Amazingly, it's been a week now that we've been talking about Harvey over the United States, and it continues to bring very heavy and flooding rainfall now up into the Tennessee Valley as we go into the start of the weekend. Thanks for clicking on to the Friday edition of Vogan's US Outlook. We do also have, of course, a system now, a pretty strong hurricane now over the lower Baja of California, bringing some pretty, well, naturally stormy conditions, flood and rainfall. You know the drill now, of course. But we've got a pretty strong area of high pressure here, if you notice, to the northern side of the Great Lakes. Some pretty fresh, clean Canadian air that's covering a large area here. And of course, we've got the remnants of Henry on the southern flank of that. We've also got an area of low pressure over eastern Canada that has been bringing some snow to parts of Labrador. I'm not so sure about Newfoundland, but certainly over Labrador, we've been seeing reports and pictures come in of snow there. So finally, hard hit southeast Texas and Louisiana is now starting to catch a bit of a break in the weather here, sunnier skies, and time to really pick up the pieces. Unfortunately, Henry has left a devastating mark in this region of the United States, and unfortunately, we are looking at Irma out over the Atlantic, a long-tracked Cape Verde or Cabo Verde system that is going to continue to track westwards over the next 10 days or so. So we've got a long time before we need to start really worrying about this. But there is suggestion in the model runs that this system could have impacts towards the southeastern United States in the next couple of weeks. So more on that in the coming days, but at this very moment in time, want to look at Henry, and of course it's going to start to lift up through the Ohio Valley, and it will simply start to fade away. It will bring some pretty heavy rainfall across parts of the mid-Atlantic region, and even up into the northeast as well. It's going to actually merge with a frontal system coming out of Canada, and then out it goes. Eventually, that system will be completely out of the United States, and well, certainly will not be forgotten about, that's for sure. But what's interesting is the GFS indicates a system coming down, but we've got some pretty cold air up to the north over Canada, and it looks as if that will get shoved southwards into the United States. A fairly significant push of cool air, pretty low thickness values and so on, and we've got some pretty heavy rainfall along that front as it slides south through areas that have been probably see a good 6 to 8 inches of rain locally over parts of the mid-Mississippi Valley and the Tennessee Valley with Henry. That system could bring further flood and rainfall, but you notice here a much cleaner, fresher, cool Canadian high pressure system will come down, and that could bring some rural frosts with it and a fairly significant chilly open to the month of September and the start of meteorological fall, of course, which has now begun as of today. So plenty of things on the playing field, folks. And then as we go towards the very end of the loop, you can see here there is a 924 Irma could become a Category 5. Yes, Category 5 in the longer term pattern as we go forward, and the GFS does take this. Look at that there, unbelievable, 899 millibars. So the GFS is indicating that this becomes a sub 900 millibar low, and that would be most likely a Category 5 storm, not that far away from the coast, may I add. But the GFS does indicate that this area of high pressure over the Great Lakes would essentially try to shield the east coast. But this is a long way out, folks, a very long way out. And this is something that we just need to monitor. Plenty of things going on in the weather world. Keep it right here on marathonweather.com, and I'll keep you posted as best I can. Have a great Friday and a great weekend ahead. Bye for now.